McWhorter Custom Rifles presents.
Welcome back, folks. This week, my customer service manager and my son, Kyle, is headed to Texas to hunt with his good friend, Hagen Watkins, Mellon Creek Outfitters. They got a really old, 8-year-old buck out there that they've been trying to kill. I think Kyle's gonna get it done. You don't wanna miss this.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Zeiss Hunting, Forge Carbon Stocks, Hornady Ammunition, Atlas Development Group, and Great Horizon Ranch.
So I've been going to Mellon Creek for the last 4 or 5 years now. They've got a beautiful place. It's 100,000 acres, beautiful lodge, great living quarters. You can do anything from whitetail to nilgai, shoot ducks. I mean, they've got everything you could want. They offer high rack hunting. You can do a lot of spot and stalk. They do a lot of rattling in the rut, and when we go, we usually try to sit in blinds and try to pick them out as well. So they've got everything you could ask for. So me and Hagen got together. We planned a trip for early November. That way we can hunt ducks in the morning, hunt deer in the afternoon. So kind of a smush 2 trips into one. For this trip, I'm bringing my 280 Ackley. It's got a board and action, Brooks barrel, forged carbon Apex stock, Trigger Tech trigger. It's topped with a Zeiss V6 3-18 by 50, and it's going everywhere with me, so we'll see what happens. So we just got up here in the blind. We're in South Texas with hunting with Mellon Creek Outfitters. Pretty hot today, but hopefully we can get some movement. The rut's pretty heavy now, so hopefully we get a few shooter bucks in here and see what happens. First day it's 85, 90 degrees, so we knew it was going to be tough on both sides, duck and deer, and we actually scratched out some ducks and saw a lot of deer, but it was some tough hunting. Some coyotes, come up on the feed pen and bust a bunch of deer out, so that was a good excuse to let one fly. So we had a group of about 4 coyotes that came in, and we actually had a small button bug that got caught in the fence right there and started limping off, and they took that as a go ahead to chase them out, so we ended up shooting 1 coyote here in the... Just got back to the lodge, night 1. We had a lot of deer show up, had some coyotes kind of bust us up, and ended up shooting one that was chasing down one that got caught in the pen, and get back after it tomorrow. I think we're going to change the setup, and hopefully we get some more cooler weather like we got tonight, and we'll see what happens. So it's day 2 here in South Texas. We're back in the same blind. We had some coyotes mess us up last night. We're hoping we got 2 target bucks that have been coming here pretty regularly. Hoping one of them's gonna show up tonight, so we'll see. Got some pretty hot weather, but already got some deer out, so it looks like they're moving pretty good. So the first few days, you didn't have much going on. Saw a lot of good young deer, saw a lot of deer in general.
This segment is brought to you by Board & Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Board & Accuracy equals success.
It's day 3 here in South Texas. Got a pretty heavy windy day, blowing in a cool front that's coming this week. Hoping we'll have some movement like last night. Got a little dark, a little quick. I think some of the bigger deer were moving after dark, but hopefully we'll get a good chance at a big one today. It's kind of our last day, so we'll see what we come up with.
All right, so fast forward to January, we get the chance to go back again. Hagen's been texting me some pictures of the target deer that we've been looking for that we were trying to get back in November. He's been showing up, on schedule every day, and we get there the first day, it's cold, it's 20, 25, 30 degrees, and we know it's time.
We got in the blind a little late. There's deer already moving. I think we hit it just right. We got some really cold weather this week, and there's a couple target bucks that are back on their feet coming to corn, so hopefully we can get one to come out in daylight and put a good shot on them.
All right, so the deer we're hunting is a real tall, tight 10 that's 8 or 9 years old, real mature deer they've been seeing for the past 3 or 4 years. Been keeping tabs on them. Actually, the day I got there, Hagen gave me his sheds, and as soon as he handed them to me, I knew this is the deer I wanted to kill. So we were waiting on him. All right, so the first day we get there, we get to the stand, me and Derek, and Derek's been a good luck charm. He's been on a few good trips with me, and we get to the stand, there's already a ton of deer. As soon as Hagen drives through, lets the feeder go off, there's just deer everywhere. We saw a bunch of young bucks fighting, tons of does running around, so we knew it could have the chance to finally see that big deer come out. So day 1 comes and goes, no target buck, but we know we've got 7 more days to hunt, so we're in a good position.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Leo Photo USA, Brux Barrels, Trigger Tech, Hawkins Precision, and Borden Accuracy.
We wake up day 2, it's 25 degrees, and we know it's a good chance that that deer's gonna be up and moving, so. So me and Derek are sitting there. I think actually Derek was snacking on something, so we hadn't seen a deer in a while, and all of a sudden we see a glimpse of a tall rack in the brush. We look over, pull my binoculars up, see him. He starts walking. I'm trying to get ready, and as soon as I look back up, he disappears.
Welcome back, folks, to this week's True Precision Tip of the Week, brought to you by Alan and John. Today we're going to talk about bullet performance on game.
So what's your go-to bullet for game right here?
You know,
whitetails.
The Hornady bullets, the ELDXs, and even the ELDMs has been, some of our experience. They're cup and core bullets. They're made for medium to big game, and they're going to expand at all velocities above 1,600 feet a second. So they are a true long-range hunting bullet. That's why I like those. The performance of these is to go in, depending on the distance of the shot, 3 to 5 inches, and then open up dramatically and create a huge hydrodynamic wound channel, which if you've ever seen gel, you see slow motion of gels, you got that huge bulge. When that huge bulge happens, and it's right there on the point of the shoulder where we teach everybody in the shooting school to shoot, it cuts off all the blood to all the organs, the renal, carotid, everything. Usually the deer's legs just suck up and they tump over, as opposed to a copper bullet.
Yeah, and I know from the copper bullets, not all copper bullets, but most copper bullets need at least 2,200 feet per second to open up and expand correctly. And at 2,200 feet per second, a lot of times that's more of a medium range round at best.
It's not just the copper, it's also binding bullets. They just need a higher threshold of around 2,300 feet, which just takes them out of that long range classification, because there's nothing that's really going to hold the velocity that far down range. So
I know that nothing shoots better at the shooting school here than these Hornady ELDMs, and there's a lot of people out there with some happy taxidermists because they came here and shot those bullets and went home and started using them.
We've killed stuff from 50 yards to 950 yards with both the M's and the X's, and they're the ideal hunting bullet. And that's your True Precision Tip of the Week, brought to you by Alan and John and McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Armageddon Gear, Mesquite Creek Taxidermy, Hell's Canyon Barrels, Gun Foam, Boyd Harness Company, and Metal Spinning Targets. This segment is brought to you by Atlas Development Group, makers of the finest premium rifle cartridge cases on the market. Proudly made in the USA. Our stringent manufacturing process and raw materials yield superior results.
All of a sudden we see a glimpse of a tall rack in the brush. We look over, pull my binoculars up, see him. He starts walking, I'm trying to get ready, and as soon as I look back up, he disappears. So he finally comes back out of the brush. I get my 280 up, put it on the tripod, get it ready.
All right, when he clears that right side, I'm gonna shoot him. If he'll get broadside. Ready? Ready? No, he's behind the tree. All right. Smoked him. Smoked him. We just smoked a giant. Hagen's been telling us this deer's been coming in like clockwork, and we started getting nervous when we didn't see him yesterday. And sure enough, he came in. All these other deer cleared out, and deer had caught him over here in the wood line. They came right in, and we just smoked him. 280 Ackley.
So as soon as I squeeze the trigger, he goes down. Me and Derek high-fiving, and we know that's the one we've been after, and we can't wait to get out and go put our hands on him. Well, not many times a plan works out just like you want it to, but we had this deer. Hagen told us he was coming out pretty regular the last few weeks, and we hit it just right with the weather, and man, we couldn't have timed it better. This deer came out after all the commotion stopped this morning, and this deer's an old warrior right here. He's just a stud, just screaming long tines, long beams, and he came in just like we wanted him to, and the 280 Ackley put him down, and we're jacked up. We couldn't be more excited. This is definitely the deer top of the list, and we got it done in a couple of days, so I couldn't be happier. Thanks to Mellon Creek Outfitters and Hagen and Dan for letting me come back. We had a pretty rough weather hunt the first week we were out here a couple months ago, and got to come back, and definitely glad we did. This is a heck of a South Texas deer, and old deer that we really wanted to get. So Hagen keeps me coming back here every year, you know, with trips like this. We come out the first time, you know, have a chance of this huge deer. We're thinking about it for 2 months. Come back, seal the deal. You know, we got me and Madison and James out here, my whole family, and it's just a great environment. You know, it's hard to beat a really big deer, really accurate rifle, and a great place to be. So we'll be back next year.